Snakewood and that Hustle. Big shout out to SPI, Spotter Low. You know, I'm in the black box, had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned, all that.
On me, it's just so sad to see the downfall of Cory Hulcom continues. I ain't gotta do no whole bunch of intro. I was just actually listening to Flacco break this down in my private time, and I said I might as well react to it. It's crazy to me because Flacco, you could tell he came a long way. He's been doing this a long time because his reactions are void of emotion. It's almost if he's just reacting to the content because it's content. But if you know, you know. He is really going in because Cory called himself going in, calling him he called him a backdooria type name. He called him something. He flipped his name and made it sound like it was a backdooria name. But I find it real crazy how Cory is Mr. You backdoor you, y'all this. I don't do that. I don't this is that. He's so against it. Everybody. He go in, Dookie Butt Jackson, O'Shea Dookie. He has no problem just throwing a rainbow mess at anybody that he cannot confirm is actually rainbow. However, when he turned his wrath upon Harvey Legend, the whole Harvey Legend, however you say his name, the TMZ dude, the only person he could confirm is involved in any of this that is definitely a part of the rainbow community. He was very careful how he spoke about that dude. It just shows cowardice, if you ask me. I think he referenced dude's sexuality vaguely one time when he first mentioned him, but he sure didn't go in on no backdoor yet. This should be the time we hear Cory Hulcom say, I told y'all the backdoor you don't like me. This is a backdoor you attack. But it seemed like he's very careful about throwing all that backdooria slander around toward that white man. I find that extremely interesting, man. But I also, man, just furtherly disappointed in Craig Fax and Darlene, how they just sitting there sharing in this delusion with Cory. You would think, oh, they love him so much, they down for him. But now I have to wonder, guess, and question, is that really love? To see somebody be so irrational and support them in it. But with no further ado, let's see what Flacco say Cory and the crew has been up to.
This most recent episode of the Cory Hulcom podcast was a disaster. This podcast proved to me and everybody watching, Cory Hulcom is clinically insane. He needs to seek help. He keeps getting more unhinged as the weeks go by. We'll get back to the video shortly, but I wanted to let you guys know this video is being sponsored by... This podcast used to be a podcast where grown men come and gossip about other men's sexuality. Now, I didn't know it was possible, but this podcast has devolved. It has devolved into a podcast where Cory Hulcom comes and he talks about these aluminum helmets, conspiracies, and how he's at war and everybody is out to get him.
I'm at war with major devils that are after my good reputation. I didn't even want to bring you in this mess online because it's a war against me.
At first it was funny, now I'm concerned. Cory Hulcom is too old to be this delusional. There's not a grand industry conspiracy against Cory Hulcom. He got caught putting his hands on a woman on camera. The video came out and he got backlash for it. There's not a grand conspiracy. People don't like men who put hands on women. It's really that simple. You don't gotta pay people not to like a man who put his hands on a woman. But Cory Hulcom comes on his podcast and he has a segment every week now about how the internet and the industry and TMZ is against him and they trying to get him assassinated. At first it was funny, now it's just damn right sad. Even his own audience is calling him out during the podcast for capping and lying and being delusional.
Somebody saying, Cap, you ain't never been on this side of the spectrum. You don't get it, bro.
But that's for them motherfuckers who at home. Yeah. There are some people who have planted themselves in here.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? And we're going to capitalize off them planting themselves in here. Because man, look, if you here to talk about somebody, why the fuck are you watching them?
Because people love a train wreck.
He act like he dropped a hell of a logic right there. It don't make no sense because his whole platform is developed about commentary about other people, and it's usually corrective, derogatory, or negative. He doesn't sit there and praise the vast of the majority he speaks upon. So even if he applies that logic to himself, why is he observing any of these people that he gets on his platform to speak about if he don't approve of them? That was like, and they just the two, it's too cold. They just like everything he say is making sense when it's really not.
The numbers go up because people are watching you crash in real time and they're loving it. This entire podcast from start to finish was a disaster. And their comment section proves it. The comment section proves that people coming to Cory Hulcom for game, those days are over with. They're coming to Cory Hulcom to look at the train wreck. One person says, being an idiot is one thing. Being an idiot with an idiot lawyer is crazy. A wise man once said the best way to get out of a hole is to stop digging. Cory, stop it. Cory and his attorney.
I always say you got to get out this. If you walk into a pile of the quickest way out of it, to get out of it. You keep going into it, you're going to be in more Cory need to get out this. It ain't that deep, Cory.
Both look like they're related to Dr. Umar. You don't have influence over minds. We enjoy the train wreck. That's a fact. One person says, this is exhausting. Cory's loose talk about BS is really over. Cory has severely passed the point of bowing out gracefully. Might as well torch the place. He ain't effed up, LOL, but he on here explaining it every week. Cory is operating as if everybody else is the gesture and he's like the puppet master, when it's the opposite. Like Cory Hulcom, oh, y'all making me famous. Y'all making me famous. That was what he kept repeating during the entire podcast. Not understanding that you're Cory Hulcom. You were supposed to already be famous. You are becoming a locale. You went from being an esteemed member of society who people came to for advice or came to listen to you give opinions. Now they're coming to see you whine and complain. But Cory is operating as if he don't have a pea brain and a low IQ. He's operating as if he's smart. So Cory brings on his lawyer in the beginning of the podcast. Now his lawyer comes on and they attempt to manipulate us and to convince us that Cory Hulcom is not a fraud. So the lead attorney, who's another content creator, he exposed Cory Hulcom for lying on him. The video of the lead attorney exposing Cory Hulcom did 285,000 views, which is why Cory Hulcom felt the need to do a hit piece on the lead attorney.
Everybody know who we talking about. Lead in a nigga ass law is part of the crew to come at a. Yeah.
That shit sounds so outdated. Uncle Fester bullshit. Cool. Knock it off. Yeah.
Y'all was with me the whole time we saw him. Did we do anything to that man?
No.
I thought we showed him love.
Right. Yeah.
Man, this lying like a on the internet. This telling people, so I called Cory's lawyer and I told Cory's lawyer that Cory said I could talk to you. I'm like, man, what is wrong with this man? Why is this man lying?
Your attorney represents you and you alone.
Y'all ain't gonna believe how this play out. He going through all that, making all them less than masculine tones so unnecessary. And watch how his goofy ass lawyer come on here and make him look stupid. Sometimes you gotta know when to fold him, man. This shit over with, Cory. You lost.
So the only person that can give him permission to talk to me is you. So he says right here, he says, let me check with Cory and I will follow up with you. Well, Cory, what do you think he responds? What do you think he says to me? Let's scroll down and take a look. He says he's gonna check with you, and then a day later, he says, I am cleared to speak with you. That means he checked with you, checked with Cory, and now he's cleared to speak with me. So now, Cory, who is the liar? It's either you or it's either your attorney. This is why I didn't say anything, because I didn't want to embarrass you. I didn't want to have to go and show DMs. Your attorney right here in black and white is saying that you gave me permission to talk to him. He can be on my show. I can interview him, and you were the only person that can give him that permission. This is what it says in black and white, but what are you going on your show and saying?
I did not give him permission to talk to my attorney about nothing, and he said I did. And I believe he saw that and knows that to be true.
What the lead attorney actually said was he was in contact with Cory's attorney. He might be interviewing him soon because Cory gave the attorney permission to speak to him. And that was facts. So instead of Cory Hulcom coming back and addressing how he got exposed, how him and his team, one of them lied to the lead attorney, either the lawyer lied about getting permission or Cory lied about giving the lawyers permission, Cory Hulcom came on his podcast to dig the hole deeper for himself. Instead of addressing the receipts and the things that matter, Cory Hulcom got straight to personal attacks. But the personal attack wasn't landing how he thought it would land because the fans could see right through it. The fans could see that he was slinging mud everywhere to take our minds off of how he got exposed and to deflect from the actual receipts and the actual conversation.
I said, wow, did people really fall for that? Because this is a liar. This man lied, and then I'm not a lawyer, but in court, that conversation.
It's I think he putting all this energy to prove whether or not this is true. And whether it's true or not has very little to no consequence whether he talked to your lawyer or not. You hollering, scheming, plotting, trying to prove, and still finna come out looking like the liar. This is crazy.
He had with the people. I'm talking about leading ass law. He came back with a presentation of bull for the feeble minds. And I pray for the feeble minds because they fell for that. I'm going to play.
Instead of telling us exactly how the lead attorney was full of bullcrap or what exactly the lead attorney said that was untrue, Cory Hulcom thought he was slick enough to throw mud in front of us and we'll be distracted. So him and his attorney, right, whoever this guy is that he's working with, they did some like elementary school games where they hopped on the phone and they called the state bar of Georgia, I believe, to confirm whether or not the lead attorney is actually licensed. As you listen to this, understand the lead attorney being licensed or not has nothing to do with the fact that he provided receipts showing Cory Hulcom and his attorney lied on the lead attorney, and the lead attorney just simply defended himself. So all this other mess and nonsense is them trying to save face from being exposed as frauds.
My attorney called about this situation just to check something as thorough people would do. This is just a small chunk of what we have found with this guy right here. This is a farce, but can you play that video when...
Membership, Rachel speaking.
Yes, Rachel. My name is Attorney Derek Dean. I'm an attorney licensed down here in Houston, Texas. And I wanted to refer one of my friends to a divorce attorney. And
Anybody out there that's in the market for attorneys currently or in the future, you know how many more people, if they're aware that this dude involved himself in these bullshit antics, will be a lot less likely to retain him. He's doing this for clout groupiness to play these public games about Cory's image and putting his whole career at line. This is not appropriate attorney behavior whatsoever.
in Atlanta, but I wanted to check his membership status first.
Okay, what's the name?
His name is Jameson, Jameson, Cory with a C, and last name Campbell, Campbell.
It's Cory versus Cory.
Okay, Mr. Jameson Campbell is currently on inactive status.
Y'all heard that? First of all, most of you mother didn't even know his mother's name, and you believed in this mother. This won your heart with a nickname.
I have to reiterate, Cory Hulcom.
Man, he just said some bunk Hello, I'm Spot Alert. Hey, that's Poetic Flacco. We're familiar with Jay-Z, 50 Cent, Mace, Joe Budden, I don't believe that's government. Almost everybody outside of Cory Holcomb, Anton Daniels, Tommy Stoudemire, and a few go by a nickname. Craig Fax, I don't believe is the government name. It might be Craig something. Cory Holcomb's entire industry, similar to the one I come from. Nicknames, culture is black people. You know how many people know people for a long time and couldn't tell you they government? That's my partner. He's just trying to make any kind of point he can, but they actually don't matter whatsoever.
Holcomb is 60 years old. What type of games are you playing? Who cares? If he's licensed or not, that has nothing to do with y'all's situation. You got exposed because you lied on the lead attorney. He came back with receipts. And instead of you addressing the receipts he provided on how your attorney told him that you gave the attorney permission to speak to him, you decided you was gonna do these elementary school tactics. So he brings on his lawyers and they start to gossip like elementary school girls about, oh, we pulled up to his place and his place was in the ghetto. Like, it was like, bro, this is, and he's doing this thinking he cooking, but the whole time his entire chat is just roasting him, destroying him.
See, the thing is that when he reached out to me, I was a little hesitant because his email, or within his email, signature block, there was no legal name, there was no office address, there was no office phone number, there was no office email. He emailed me from a Gmail account. I mean, I was just a little hesitant to deal with this guy because, I didn't know anything.
There's an extreme difference between hesitant and unwilling. He's saying all this to say what? You still went on and entertained the conversation. This dude is a clown. Just makes Cory look goofier. Out of all the lawyers in the world, he got this guy up here trying to speak for him. And he's sitting there letting him talk. Blind leading the blind.
Thing about him, I wanted to vet him. I'm a trial lawyer, right? I've closed out 1,088 cases, 50 appeals. My cases have been in law books as binding authority. So I don't just go on popularity. I want to look into this guy, vet him, and check him out. And I was hesitant from the beginning, but with him being an African-American lawyer, I'm seeing he has a big following. I'm like, this guy is legit. But because he lacked so many things, I was very hesitant. But ultimately, after he insulted me on his show, I hired my private investigator who I talked to, and he gave me some information. But I also talked to my good friend Durante Partridge, who's an attorney in Atlanta, who stopped by lead attorney's office, and we have pictures of this, only to find that he operated out of a trap house in Atlanta that has burglar bars. Yeah, it's a trap house, burglar bars on the front door. It's a commercial mail place. I mean, this guy is.
Man, all that being said, even if it's true, what does that have to do with the communications between he and you? That's the only reason we discussing him, because Cory called him a lie about saying he had spoken to you and you had given a green light. Is you confirming or denying it, bro? What's all this extra bush? I don't get it.
I mean, he's had the whole world fooled, right?
Yeah.
No staff, law trapping. I mean, this guy.
We got a picture of the place. Did you send them a picture of the place?
This a bad look, Cory. No grown man, especially an attorney, should be this happy, this ecstatic, this reactionary to disseminate tea and gossip. Cory Hulcom told this man to get the pictures, and look at this man's face right now, bro. This man is beyond ecstatic. Cory Hulcom told that man, hey, yo, you got the pictures? Of course I got the pictures. Of course, Cory. I'm sending to you, Cory. Sir, if my attorney is that ecstatic to be seen, I'm good, bro. They did all of this, did this roundabout way, deflected for 30 plus minutes, just to circle back around to admit that the lead attorney was actually telling the truth. That Cory's attorney did tell the lead attorney that he was all clear to speak to him after saying he was going to ask Cory for permission so he could be in the clear to speak to him.
You remember the part where you said, I'm clear to talk? I'm sure you were telling him, yeah, I'm clear to talk.
Right.
What about it?
What? The whole look, bro. Right then and there is the whole argument. Did he tell the lead attorney it was okay to communicate because he had told him I had to holler at Cory, and then the lead attorney said after he said he hollered at Cory, he came back and said I've been cleared to speak. So Cory just came out here and just said that you might not can grasp how dumb that was. Like, oh, the part, remember when you said you was cool to talk? I'm sure you were saying, yeah, you was cool to talk. Bro, that is just like a day. And they insulting the intelligence of anyone that's listening to them that they assume is buying this bullshit. They calling you a big old dummy. This is a fool's report. Nobody with a tad bit of common sense that understands what's actually going on believes what he's saying. They sound stupid. And the lawyer know he's under obligation not to lie here on the public platform. So Cory just made it seem like, oh yeah, you did say you clear to talk to him, but that don't mean, man, that's just, do you get it? It's just bullshit. Oh, blah, 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 blah.
I will break that entire story down. So when he reached out to me, I said, hey, I need to speak to Cory first to see if I'm clear to speak about this. I ultimately learned that he had been on your show. You talked to him. You guys were good friends. I'm like, oh, okay. And he's telling me that, hey, I want to support Cory. Oh, I'm clear for that. You're a good guy. You've been on the show, et cetera, et cetera. Cory's a very busy man. I'm a very busy man. You have to go through the ranks to get to Cory sometimes. So no, Cory did not clear me to talk to him. But at the same time, this guy's saying that he's a friendly guy.
So basically, nah, Cory didn't clear me, but I lied to the lawyer and claimed he had because I did my own assessment and I concluded that this dude was cool. Cory, yeah, this is an L, whether you know it or not. Are you that slow? Are you that slow, tardy? You don't realize that you're taking an L? You feel like this is a W? And this is what I'm saying. Craig Facts, you short, bro. You know this, boo-boo. You know this is bad luck. You gonna let your boy go out in public behaving as if this is a win? That's what I'm saying. Do they really care about him? Darlene, you know too. This bullshit. This is not a good look.
And he's saying he's here to support Cory. And I know what to say on a lawyer's show and what not to say. And anything I'm going to say is just going to help Cory. So I didn't think it was a big deal.
So
Imagine him saying that while proving Cory wrong in real time. This is the real circus goof truth. These dudes is crazy. It's crazy.
other words, the lead attorney was 100% right in telling the truth, and y'all lied. All right, you told the lead attorney, I'm going to get permission from Cory to speak to you. I'll let you know when I'm in the clear. And then you responded back with, I'm in the clear. So you lied. So you lied, and now you're trying to pivot to, quote unquote, expose the lead attorney for not being a practicing attorney. Like, I don't know. I don't even know what was the purpose of this. Lead attorney has been told that, like everybody, that once he started YouTube, he stopped taking cases. Right? Like, he's a full-time YouTuber now. Like, he don't like practice law like in that sense no more, right? He's not taking new cases or trials. He's a full-time YouTuber. He already admitted this. So I don't even know the purpose of this. It makes no sense. Now, this segment was foreshadowing for how disastrous the rest of the podcast was going to be. After that failed segment, Cory pivots to talk about the pedo accusations for like the third show in a row. Literally, the last 3 shows has been TMZ is after me, pedo accusations, freestyle, show over. So, right in order, all right? TMZ is after me, lead attorney, pedo accusations. So, while talking about the pedo accusations yet again, Cory didn't offer anything new. This time around, Cory starts cosplaying as a tough guy. Starts telling people if they run up, oh, there's going to be consequences for them running up. As if we didn't see Anton Daniels chump Cory in real life.
Saying something is not the same as doing something, but they want to act like I did something, and I tell you, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. In fact, you owe me for even printing that. I'll show you.
Man, where I'm from, you put a jacket on somebody like that without no paperwork, and that man is within his rights to off you.
Man, that's some bullshit. Ain't nobody put a jacket on nobody. What people actually did was heard the things that came out their mouth, and they made a wise judgment and assessment. There's nobody, I've lived 50 years. People don't make those type of jokes. And if those jokes, whether they were sincere or not, those jokes are classified as PDF jokes. And only a PDF type nigga will tell them. And I know all type of dirty, rotten muffs, and nobody makes those filthy jokes sexualizing children. That's not putting a jacket on someone. That's observing someone put the jacket on themselves. Let's keep it factual, Mr. Facts. Facts over feelings. My nigga Craig.
Hey, look, let me say this. Let me say this, because you said that. Because you put that jacket on me, I'm afraid for my life, because I don't like nobody like that. So if somebody is talking crazy to me in my face about that, I'm afraid for my life, and I will protect myself. So I'm telling you, whoever you are, if you run up talking crazy to me about that, I'm afraid, and I will do what I have to do. That's what I'm saying with that. You not finna do that standing in front of me, because I got something for that. I got something for that. Play with me like that in my face. Try me. Try me.
You've been tried and trampled upon, tripped on. That's why you're still troubled at this point, but it's becoming trifling. You need to track out, retreat.
I don't play like that, homie.
Where did this tough guy act come? Of course you play like that. Anton Daniels told you that you suck D in your face. And when you got up to try to give more face-to-face, he told you, let's go outside and squabble. And you ain't leave your seat, bruh. You almost 60 years old. You don't want to squabble, bruh. You don't want to fight somebody, man. Why are y'all doing podcast, bro? About what boomers podcast? You 60 years old, man. Podcast about AARP or something, man. You podcasting about running up in street fights when we seen your temperament when somebody says suck my, we see the temperament. They tell us every week that they're not bothered, and then they come on a podcast to demonstrate how bothered they are by the YouTube critics. Cory Hulcom is gonna get himself hurt badly, or he's gonna get himself in a lot of legal trouble the way he's becoming more unstable as the week goes by.
I mean, we need to offer a reward. If there's any hackers out there, man, we need to put up some money. If you can find the origins of who's ever putting these videos out.
You could go to somebody's house as long as you say you're here to talk about God or Jehovah or somebody like that. Right. So you could show up and see who this mother is. And most of the time, they...
Instructing your audience to hack into your YouTube critics to find out their identity is not a great idea, and it's not wise if you want to keep your YouTube channel. That's not wise, Cory, all right? That's illegal. That's a federal crime. Also, like, say you're going to pull up to your YouTube critic's house to unmask them and to check them, and it's perfectly legal as long as you say you're a Jehovah's Witness. Do that and see how that plays out, bro. It's never this serious, man. This man, you would think he has not been a celebrity for almost 3 years of his life. I'm going to see you guys in this video somewhere on my screen. I'm out of here, folks. Peace.
Yeah, I think it's the verdict is in. Cory has lost it, bro. He'll never return to the cool that he once was. It's crazy. It's like overnight, he went from being one dude to another dude. Perception is reality. We perceived it one way and we believed it to be a reality. But the wood has been pulled off of him. He's been exposed. This dude is a major queerdo. Oh, my mama. And I can't believe Darlene Craig is riding this out so loyally, staying so down with him. He better appreciate them, because not many would do it. It's foolish.
So this what I understand. How does a non-Pacoima guy knows what a guy from Pacoima does in Pacoima?
Think about what whack. They don't like me because when I say something, it be real, and I'm gonna show you the proof of it. I'm never gonna let nothing come out my mouth that I don't have the proof.
So Spider looks at me because we go back to the juvenile side of the county.
What the? Wasn't that puzzle? Big shout out to SPI, Spotter Low. You know, I'm in the black box, had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned, all that.